Hi. So I thought like maybe I'd come do a pick of piles, right? So we're gonna have three piles. There's gonna be the 118. It says the optimism, the 911, and then the 111 destiny. So I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna pause it and then shuffle out some cards. So I originally was inspired to come do this because I felt like I needed to do a fairy reading, and then like I felt like I should just grab a handful of decks, the fairies in particular. So I guess I'll just like do these in like in an order. So I'll just do the 111 first, which the 111 speaks to destiny. And it says, follow what you feel, listen as your intuition helps to guide you to what you are manifesting. The inner whispers are helping you to create all that it is you desire. Listen, lean in, and follow your soul. And the affirmation on this says, life is always happening for me. I'm allowing myself to lean in to what feels good. So So splitting the deck, I'm seeing companion and shaman. And I'm not sure if that's like important for anybody. I may possibly pause this and readjust the camera too. So I'm just experimenting, because I didn't want to, I wasn't sure of like where to put the camera at this time. Because like with this new PC setup I have, I just wasn't sure. So 911. You know what inspired me to do this was like I was watching somebody else's reading with the fairies, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I have a fairy deck. Maybe I should do fairy readings." So these are actually meant to be like fairy readings, to be honest. Oh my gosh, dude, that is a lot of reversed energy. And then at the bottom we have a book fairy. So you're probably somebody who likes to read. So in the upright we have when fairies go bad, but in the reverse, we have a summer dragon, wild violets, and magnolias. Let me double check the magnolia because sometimes I get that sometimes I get that mixed up with a certain other one. I just have to remember if that's the one with the letter to self. Oh, all right. So magnolia speaks to the key word is focus. And the affirmation is try on somebody else's glasses today. So you may be somebody who has like ADHD where you have no focus. And then we're on the cusp of summer, but you may be in the southern hemisphere, and so summer may be ending for you. Usually, if I have reverse cards, I'll usually take that as somebody else's energy present in your reading. But this doesn't feel like somebody else. So let's see what these when fairies go bad. I actually have like the shadow deck, so this is kind of perfect. Well, because you had the destiny. So first says lean into what feels good, right? And then it says when fairies go bad. So So maybe like somebody who was trying to find something that felt good. And so they started reading a lot, but then they kept, because of like maybe attention or the inability to focus was kind of just, oh, jeez, sneezing, bless me. Ooh. And splitting on the tomb and the sun, that's really interesting. So, really interesting. What we got here? We have meditation, which is also reversed, and the path, which is reversed. Wow, whoever this 111 is for, it's like, ooh, I think that's what this is. Like, an awakening reverse. Wow, this is a lot of reversals. And autumn being in the upright. So it looks like, for some reason, I feel like what this is kind of giving me the feeling of, if you're somebody identifying with 111, I feel like you had a path that was meant for you, but there is somebody who strongly identifies with fairy energy, was looking up, researching, meditating on. These people was like trying to still your path. Soul swap, wake up as you. They had to do it by summer though. So with us getting into June, I feel like if you are somebody who lives in this northern hemisphere where it's about to be summertime, they've ran out of time. You'll know if that's for you, I think. So maybe you know somebody who was, wow. So I was gonna grab my box of Whispering Woods cards and I opened it to Origins. And it says, remember your roots. And behind Origins is joy. It says, spread seeds of joy like a wildflower, and no doubt you will revel in the result. Hmm. Wow, this feels a little bit on the disjointed side for me. You know, usually when I read, I get like these really clear channels as to like where it's going. And the fact that it's not is really interesting. So it's kind of giving me the feeling like something about your situation is still hidden and it has yet to be revealed to you. Okay, when I was shuffling, this wanted to come out and then I didn't take it and it still come out anyways. And it says dance and it says allow yourself some fun each day, just as the sun dances with the moon each night. So I feel like, and also bottom is forbearance. Do not be deterred by the thorn amidst the roses. So I feel like regardless of so you may have had some delays, you may have had somebody who came into your life who was love bombing you, and somebody who like invested tons of time with you, and they were investing time with you because they were trying to learn how to become you, and or they were basically like researching you to try and like be a copycat and like attempt to duplicate you or become you. I still think that's weird. Like whenever I hear about destiny swaps and role reversals. It's like, dude, you're not gonna wake up as somebody else, because if you did that, then you wouldn't even be you. And like, dudes, you need to learn how to love yourselves. Stop trying to be other people. Like, they're busy being themselves, and you need to be busy being yourself. If you're in this world, you already have something it is that you should be doing. And as I can guarantee you, is you're not meant to be somebody else. They're meant to be them, and you're meant to be you. Like, we all have talents and special abilities and things that we're good at. And just because somebody else is good at something you're not, doesn't mean that there aren't things you're good at that they wouldn't be good at. It's just like a matter of perspective. So, all right, so I have 3 roomies, and then I'm going to wrap this up and move on to the next. So this one we have Star Mother Arrakis, and it says, be the king who has made his own kingdom. Our Star Mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of the earth, shining her divine justice and protection. No bully shall prevail over you, and no bully from within you shall prevail either. You are the child so secure in the love of our mother that you can trust life and your ability to face whatever comes implicitly. Okay, so I do feel like this other fairy energy where it felt like somebody was trying to bully you, like, it's the earth that Gaia is protecting you. So we also have the angel Razbar here, and it says, tell me the truth, I ask love, what are you? I am the everlasting life, love said. I am the recurring joy of living. The great beloved sees what it is in your heart, what it is you wish to offer, and is saying yes. Will you choose to put aside your doubts and believe in yourself? Will you believe in the power of divine love that reaches to the world through your willing soul? Ah, yes. I knew your tremendous heart wanted to serve more than it wanted to fear. And then we also have, and this is called the Lion and the Deer, which in all the time I've ever had this deck, I don't know that I've ever gotten this card. And it says, there is no need to fear making a mistake. If you fall into arrogance, the divine shall roar magnificently to shift your perspective. If you underestimate yourself, the divine will encourage you to rise. Whatever is needed to keep you true is what you are given. So I feel like no matter what's happened to you on your path, like, everything's going to be made right for you. So I would say whatever's been going on, just hold on a little bit longer, okay? Don't give up. Don't give up. If you're very aware of other people who've been making your time difficult for you, what I would say is the end result of this situation may put you on the path for your actual destiny. So what feels like a situation that is unfair to you, the situation as a whole ends up serving as a catalyst. You yourself may also be a book fairy as well. You may be a bookworm. You may like to hang out in coffee shops, bookstores, libraries. I'm that kind of person too. I super love that. So, I also feel like since we saw the summer dragon reversed in autumn here, so I feel like these next few months going between summer and autumn is going to be a really special and or eventful time for you. And I feel like all this stuff that was done behind the scenes that you weren't able to see, but you like somebody was okay. So like, like in Thomas the Train, they would say like somebody was causing confusion and delay. Whoever this thief energy is was this whoever this is, this fairies going bad, and you see how there's like 3 of them here? It's almost kind of even almost giving this idea of like there's somebody you became friends with and you thought they were your friend, but they're actually in fact not your friends. And in fact, they're friends with there's somebody else that was also seemed like a mutual friend, and neither of those people were in your interest. Like, these people specifically came into your life to cause confusion and delay. Like, that may not have been their original intent when they first met you, but all that time they invested in you was definitely like they were looking for something. There's something you have that they want to take, and so they thought that if they also meditate and act like they're going through an awakening, then they will be able to take it from you. So it does look like this has been going on since last fall. They were supposed to finish it by summer, which, depending on your point of view, technically some people don't observe summer is happening until, hold on, I'm going to look up when the first official day of summer. First of summer is June 21st. So technically you may have till June 21st. So I believe on the 31st of this month is the next full moon. So I bet between now and then you may have them trying to like spiritually attack you. So if you feel spiritually attacked between now and then, I would recommend to just give yourself a little bit of extra self-care, a little bit of extra self-love. Do something really nice for yourself. You know what? Every time you feel like people are trying to spiritually oppress you for reasons that seems like it's no reason, or reasons that haven't been made clear to you why anybody has a reason to do this. When those things are happening, you should do a kindness for yourself, you know? Because sometimes when people do these things, it makes you wonder if there's something wrong with you, and it's not, okay? That could be just projection from those other people, and they're being unwilling to face something in their own self, and that is not your fault. So, and you don't have to be responsible for other people's inability to resolve their own emotional inner worlds, you know? I would tell you to just hang in there, treat yourself well, you know, just keep progging your path, just keep going, because the end result of this situation is going to align you into what you should be doing for your actual destiny. So what these people thought they were going to take from you is actually going to put you into what you're actually meant for. And I'm not sure how that's actually going to play out for you, but here, also to wrap, I was going to wrap you up with a Rumi, but I feel like I'm also going to give you an animal spirit real quick. And then I'm going to move on to the 911 file. So you got the tiger, and it says patience, and it says you are being reminded that persistence is what is necessary to attain your goals. You need to be patient and trust that the universe will help you through your challenges. In divine timing, success is guaranteed. Yeah. So like whatever was going on with these other people in your life, it is going to be worked out for you. So please just hang in there. You're not alone. There's something to just, in the meantime, so like some people will talk about patience and say patience isn't just waiting, it's how you wait, right? So while you're waiting in this season of patience, the joy and dance. This is what you should do for now. So joy and dance. And then I'm going to pause this and clear the deck, and we're going to get ready for the 911 card. All right, hold on. All right, so now moving on, we're going to the 911 pile. And this one says courage. And it says a doorway has been opened for you. And while apprehension may be felt, allow courage to flow in as you put your best foot forward. You're being encouraged to let curiosity lead you and know that the divine has your back. And your affirmation for this reading is I allow courage to prevail as curiosity leads me through new doors. Since you have through new doors, I'm also going to give you a divine doorway card instead of the Rumi Oracle. I'm going to give you a divine doorway. So originally I felt called to do these readings to use the fairies. So I guess I'll still use that, but because of this divine doorway, I feel like let's do that first. So I'm going to do that first. So we'll just sometimes when I've done pick-a-piles in the past, I've used the doorways, and then each doorway is like your pile. I haven't done that for a hot minute. Usually at the end of the years, I like to do like a divine doorway with a fortune cookie. I like doing those. So we have palmistry, and it says fortune and tarot. It says fortune and tarot, collective destiny. The palm lines from birth tell your sacred palmistry. It says listen to the notes of intuition. So wherever your intuition is leading you at this time, which I feel like that really echoes this, like, yeah, it's in offerings. It says abundance lies in the heart that allows. Share more than expected and see love come around. So now we're going to do a Whispering Woods. We'll do like maybe two, one for each doorway, and then we'll like. We have Reconnect. It says secrets lurk in the captive shadows deep in the woods. And we also have Forbearance. It says do not be deterred by the thorns amidst the roses. No, I'm not taking it like that. No? All right. So bottom of this is strength. Then it says, when your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. Amen. So right. Just reconnect palmistry. A doorway has opened. A doorway, palmistry, reconnecting. So we have painting poppies reverse. My beloved. Fire element, but that's in reverse. That's interesting. We have, wow, Wild Violets is coming out again. Jeez. I feel like that Wild Violets is like an energy. We also have Attitude. And so we have 3 purple cards out here, which is amazing. We have Home Sweet Home. So doors open for your home, a new home. Maybe you're going to be moving soon. Maybe you're going to move to a new home. Book Fairy wanted to come out again. Dudes, I swear I had to clear quartz on this. We have wishing you health. You know what? I felt led to do fairy readings today, but I have a fairy garden out in front of my house. And some of the houses got a little weathered out there. And then we have always. So I do feel like, and then the bottom of the deck is the flirt. So, hmm. So already, what this is telling me is like, I feel like, so this beloved attitude and home sweet home is you, wishing you health. But fairy, I feel like that's you. And I feel like this always painting poppies, wild violets, and fire element. I feel like you were together with a fire sign and you thought you were going to come into union with them, but they didn't. And they ended up going and getting into union with this wild violet energy who was flirting with them. And then they did it because they thought they were just out there painting poppies together. So this person went to go paint poppies with them, and I feel like you should like just don't worry about that. That's never mind. Just never mind it. Just never mind. What's really interesting too with the beloved is they show like it's like the mom with the child, right? So and then we also see like that fairy that's right here with the dragon. So this might sound really weird when I put it to you this way, but I feel like whoever this reading is for, you're this mom person and this baby fairy that you're lifting is like I feel like whatever this door opening for you, the home sweet home. So there's a door that is about to open for you, and this door leads to whatever this baby is where that door and this baby are connected. And when it opens, that baby is gonna turn into this dragon. So I feel like that's a dragon. That's gonna be like your baby. All this wishing you health, and also with all like the green and red, is giving me like heart chakra and root chakra energy. I feel mostly like whatever's happened in the past, I feel like you should just never mind it. I would just never mind it. I feel like it's, I don't want to say it's not important, but I feel like it's not really that important. You know what? If somebody wants to pick peace with somebody else, then they just made their choice. You know, you be you. Ooh, intellect and awakening. So I feel like you're pretty smart. You'll be able to figure out what's going on for you. We also have the magician. Ooh. So I feel like, yeah, the magician. You know what? So what? We saw palmistry, offerings, reconnect. We also have courage, and it talked about walking through a doorway, right? So this doorway, maybe a new house or something, but you're gonna have like this baby, which is gonna turn into a dragon. Maybe you've recently had a dream about having a baby that turned into a dragon, and that you guys moved into a new house that used to be a bookstore. Oh my goodness. or you had a dream that like your child you had a baby that became a dragon and they were going to get married to another dragon. Shadow work cards. So what's the shadow work for reconnecting and offerings? Like, what can this person do to like prepare for like walking through the store? Well, that's too many. That's too many. That's too many. That's just like way too much, dudes. I'm not accepting that. All right. Hold on a second. Whoa, calm down. So we have the sun. That's nice. Reincarnation. So we have the tomb, but that's reversed. Yep. And heartache is also in reverse. Yep. What did I just say? We're gonna never mind about what happened. We're gonna lay this to rest. Like this whole situation is being laid to rest. And instead we're gonna reincarnate. So there's something else in your life that was dead and it's gonna come out of the tomb. So we're gonna let that die, and in its place something else is gonna come back. And you have this sun energy. And this sun energy resonates with this home sweet home. And this like I feel like this reincarnation is also a gate. I feel like that's a doorway. Oh, maybe the baby in the dream is like a dragon that's reincarnating. They're gonna send you a key. I don't know what this key is gonna look like, but the key you need to open that door is gonna be sent to you. Yeah, the key you need for the doorway is going to be sent to you, and you're going to get it by the time winter gets here. I don't know. Bottom of the deck is like the city of the dead. So that's interesting. I don't know what that's going to mean. But I keep feeling led to just keep reading into this. You know, usually I'm in a hurry to like wind out and go to the next part. Oh, I split on this. An elder will teach you. So we have the mermaid and the turtle, card number 25. An elder will teach you. Red Riding Hood, card number 3. I'm not a victim. And we also have Dragonfly Mermaid. You're attracting wonderful news. And now you're independent and free. So I feel like whatever this situation was, you were in something and it's just not for your highest good. It really isn't. So I feel like you just need to let that go. We're just gonna bury that disappointment, because I feel like with that reincarnation and all these dragons, I feel like you're about to give birth to something that's gonna turn into a whole dragon. And it's going to lead you into getting a new house and are going to live someplace new. You're going to move by the winter, looks like. Because we see that home sweet home, wishing you health. Yeah. So yeah, and you're like, I'm just not going to be this victim anymore. Maybe putting it to bed is also putting to bed just like this mentality of like, you know, like people made their choices, they did what they did, and now you're just moving on. We're not being angry, we're not being hurt, we're not being anything. We're just like getting on with it. So, which I feel is going to usher in that sun energy. I feel like that's really good. So, I don't know, dudes. I went to grab my deck with the shapeshifters and it's just not giving anything. So I'm not going to... Oh, well, it already gave some. So you have a passed on loved one who says that they're going to watch over you. It's giving some grandma energy. We also have Brother Raccoon, says a safe place for you to go. So that Brother Raccoon energy is going to help you find like is gonna help with this whatever wherever this new house is. Let's give you not angel number, an animal spirit card, and we'll wrap up and go to the 1818. Oh, jeez, dude. You know what? I'm the master shuffler, and I don't believe that you guys just went with me like. So maybe it's just some things. You know what? There may be some things that are going on right now in your life that are just out of your hands. You know, just I would just say, just keep going. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't even take it to heart. Like, yep, yep, all right. Well, let's just pick these pieces up and keep going. And you have the owl. And it says, you're being encouraged to look beyond deceiving appearances into the true reality of a situation or a person's motives. You need to hear what is really being said despite words and emotions coming from the messenger. Exactly. Exactly. So somebody in your life was being false, and rather than stay attached to what we wished it would be, we're just going to accept it for what it is, you know, because not doing that was robbing you of your peace. So, because we saw like this, I'm not going to be a victim, you know, yeah, you're attracting wonderful news. You're attracting wonderful news. You're free. You also have an elder who's gonna so you're gonna have like an experienced person come in and help you. So somebody is gonna show up in your life to help you with this house situation. So that'll be interesting. This whole thing sounds really interesting. So you may have, so I would say, so let's see, if it's coming in by the winter, the next 4 to 6 months will be really interesting for you. It would be a good time. I personally would say, don't worry about these things that happened in the past. Just let it go. I would personally just let it all go. You know what? Let it go. Like, you know what? With the 911, because I always like 911, that's like my birthday, right? Because I was born on September 11th. But here in the US, we also observe 911 as like with the two twin towers, right? And you know, there was something great in your life that you thought would be there forever. Some people did some things that were very bad, but we're just, there was a time for grief and a time to be heartbroken, and you had your space and time to do that. And now it's time to pack that away because the divine is opening a door for you. And it's time for you to go walk to this door. You're ready. You're ready. You're ready. Don't worry. You're not alone. This dragon, the dragon who's telling you about your attitude, is this baby. So this baby is going to turn into this dragon, and they're going to help you keep your attitude in check. So you want to hold on, and then I'll swap and clear the deck, and we'll come back and finish doing the last reading. Okay, I'm back. All right, so now we're going to do the 1818 pile. So this pile is about optimism, and it says, successful manifestation of your abundance is near. High levels of optimism are needed as new abundant beginnings are on the horizon. Brighter days always come after the darkest of nights. Everything is in perfect order. Oh yeah, this is your affirmation, by the way. It says, everything is in perfect order as I enter into this next chapter of my journey and connect to the abundance that is near. Yay! So this is the abundance that is near. Let's go. Here, this way, and since we're, the last two, I was like doing the shadow work cards, but I don't feel like we need that for this. I'm also going to put away the shapeshifters. The shapeshifters are, no, they're done. Oh, I might. I'm going to do the fairies. All right. So with our optimism time, let's go. All right. So, all right. So they want to do it a slightly different order. Optimism for the abundance that is near. We have the bear, and it says the strength. The bear symbolizes a strong source of support in times of difficulty and adversity. It may be time for you to stand for your beliefs or your truth. With strength and confidence, you are free to roam at will and follow your path. The bear is actually one of my totems. We also have the panther out here. So we got a little bit of. Whenever I see the panther come out from this deck now, I always take it as like a Mishi Peshu. I might grab my other animals as well. So it says, time to release your passions, live your dreams, and begin a new chapter in your life. You are encouraged to expand your awareness, eliminate fears, and become a whole new person. You are guided and protected. Let's go. That's good. Whenever I see the Panthers come out, I'm like, ooh, I don't know why, but well, I guess that wouldn't be true. I do kind of know why. Mishi Peshu's really been in my energy a lot. So she's like in the her comes from Lake Superior, and I'm in Michigan, right? So do anytime I see her come out in this deck, I'm gonna like grab this other deck. So whoa, 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 whoa. There's a spider, not a spider, but a tarantula. It's just like a fire energy. We have a frog, crocodile, shark. Mmm. Got a little bit of three waters and a fire. A lot of. No, that's it for that. We also have the lamb reverse. Alright, so let's see. I was just exploring that, so give these fairies a little bit of a shuffle. Ooh, we have lighting the way. That's not a card I see very often. Companions. So maybe like with these animal spirits, since there was four, it's like you're one of these four, and the other three are like people coming in to help you. We have fire dance. Bubble Rider reverse. So maybe you have companions and you're not really sure if they really ride with you or not. Or maybe you're going to be somebody who is the strength and guidance for these riders. We have Autumn reverse, Fairies reverse. So if you're somebody who resonates really strongly with some fairies, you may have fairies that arrived in your area during last autumn. And, you know, they were really riding really hard for you. And they want to be your companions. The earth is sending them. And they bring fire energy with them, which I'm not sure what that's going to mean for you. But you have all this water. So it's really interesting that you have all this water energy. But then we also see fire dance and autumn out here. So uh, then also with the fairies, with the green, there goes that heart chakra energy. And this orange, which is like solar, no, sacral chakra energy. So this is really, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. This is to be optimistic. I feel like also too, if you're really resonating with this, like they're saying to be optimistic, like you're gonna have like these fairies are so I feel like there's some fairies who've come in to assist you at this time. And they came in last autumn, something wild, trouble, and this so um and here's a magic frog, right? And we had the frog come out over here. So there's a bunch of frog energy around you. And so there is a discovery you haven't made yet. But you have some fairy energy around you that is going to help you with it because they are aware there's something you are not aware of. Since this is an upright as trouble, you may be somebody who has a lot of tattoos. You also may be says something wild, so you may be somebody who likes to be outdoors a lot. Somebody who likes to go get lost in the woods. Maybe somebody who went to go explore and discover, didn't end up discovering anything, but had a good time anyways. Maybe with the fire reverse with the tarantula. Maybe, maybe like, you know what? Maybe last fall you were trying to network and connect with people and it just didn't work out. And what seemed like it didn't work out for you is working out for you. But you do have some fairy energy around you who are going to assist you at this time. And the Mishi Peshu Panther card came out, so you know, and the bear is out here. With the bear out here, you may possibly be from California. It's like the bear is like on the California state flag, which I don't know why I thought of that just now, but or you may be from Chicago because they have like Chicago bears. Mm. You may also be from Brazil, somewhere with a rainforest, because that frog is like a rainforest frog. You know what it's giving me too? Is like when I look at some of this, like all three of these water energies. Because look at this frog has all this black up here, right? And the shark has this dark down here. And then the crack has this dark down here. And it's like all these water energies, there's a dark there. So I feel like these fairies may and might be dark ethereal watchers, and they've observed something that was going on, and they're gonna help you because they feel like if they help you, that you're gonna light the way. So, like, whatever this information or whatever this is that's going on that they bring you, they're bringing it to you because they trust you with it. So, you're being encouraged to be optimistic at this time. Everything is in perfect order as I enter into this next chapter of my life. Yes. So, things that may have seemed like they didn't matter before might turn out to be actually in your favor. And it may turn out that some things you thought did matter ends up not mattering at all. So, it's maybe a little bit of the last is first and the first is last. The things you were prioritizing end up not mattering and you put them to bed. And then there are some things you weren't prioritizing that you're realizing, like, they didn't seem to be worth it at the time, but it's actually going to come back around and you're going to find that some things are going to surprise you. One of my favorite things about a lot of the fairies in this deck is that most of them are barefoot. Except this one with the black and white socks. That's cute. I like that. That's fun. That's all I have for you for right now. If you actually sat through all of it, you're amazing and thank you so much.